Shalom, coming back through the spirit with another lesson. First, I'm going to start off this lesson with calling our power. Call halal, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah Bahasham Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And shalom to the hopeful elect across the four corners of the earth. Coming back through the spirit with another lesson about how I got two videos basically. In these two videos, it is basically telling how I believe on December the 30th, January 1st and January 8th, on how basically they're bringing these mandatory. They're trying to make these Vanessas mandatory, and they're trying to make these Vanessas mandatory. And if you test negative for the CV9, you will not be able to get on to the plane, basically. To go, I believe if you from China, I believe they named Taiwan and it's another place, but I'm gonna play the video though.
Chinese hospitals and funeral homes were under intense pressure on Wednesday as a surging COVID-19 wave drained resources. The scale of the outbreak and doubts over official data prompted some countries to consider new travel rules on Chinese visitors. In an abrupt change of policy, China this month began dismantling the world's strictest COVID regime of lockdowns and extensive testing, putting its battered economy on course for a complete reopening next year. The lifting of restrictions came after widespread protests against them. Some international health experts say this means COVID is spreading largely unchecked and could be infecting millions of people a day. China's foreign ministry on Wednesday said there should be a scientific basis for implementing COVID-19 rules after the US government announced it may impose new measures for travelers from China. US officials made the announcement on Tuesday over concerns over a, quote, lack of transparent data coming from Beijing. Japan has said that from December 31st it will require a negative COVID test upon arrival for travelers from mainland China, while Taiwan will test arrivals from China from January 1st. Italy has also said it will impose mandatory testing for travelers from China. In a major step towards freer travel, China will stop requiring inbound travelers to go into quarantine from January 8th, authorities said this week. The global financial hub of Hong Kong also said it will impose mandatory testing for travelers from China. In a major step towards freer travel, China will stop requiring inbound travelers to go into quarantine from January 8th, authorities said this week. The global financial hub of Hong Kong also said on Wednesday it would scrap most of its last remaining COVID restrictions. The speed at which China, the last major country in the world moving towards treating the virus as endemic, has scrapped COVID.
COVID-19 infections are rising again in
Chinese government announced it may impose new measures for travelers from China. US officials made the announcement on Tuesday over concerns over a, quote, lack of transparent data coming from Beijing. Japan has said that from December 31st it will require a negative COVID test upon arrival for travelers from mainland China, while Taiwan will test arrivals from China from January 1st. Italy has also said it will impose mandatory testing for travelers from China. In a major step towards freer travel, China will stop requiring inbound travelers to go into quarantine from January 8th, authorities said this week. The global financial hub of Hong Kong also said on Wednesday it would scrap most of its last remaining COVID restrictions. The speed at which China, the last...
Okay, so they got Italy as well. So they trying to bring this they trying to make this thing mandatory, man. Okay. Yes, I want to hear that one more time.
Major quarantine from January 8th, authorities said this week. China. In a major step towards freer travel, China will stop requiring inbound travellers to go into quarantine. It said it will impose mandatory testing for travellers from China. In a major step towards freer travel, China will stop requiring inbound travellers to go into quarantine.
Okay, so he said stop. Therefore, this pestilence will get stronger and stronger. Because, I mean, it's common sense that the main thing they try to say now is it's a main spread, or that it's contagious, okay? And the Lord said that he was going to send these as plagues, okay? I'm going to the word plague. Literally, when you go into the Google definition of a plague, a contagious bacterial disease characterized by fever or delirium, typically with the formation of buboes, the bubonic, okay? So they stopped making you take the Vanessa down there, okay? And they stopped, the Vanessas, these devils basically are all in one to try to say that, oh well, it's a widespread, and even if they're not lying, it could actually be the truth, because the Lord did say he was gonna send that. In Second Esdras, let me get Second Esdras 15 and 49. I will send plagues. The Lord said, I will send plagues upon thee: widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. Okay? And that's what, I mean, and this can, of course, the main thing, this, just like last time, it could possibly happen again. It started in China, but it can end up coming here. Okay? And the Lord can easily, he's already done and wasted our houses in destruction. Because, man, since CV, the world it just went down, bro. It just went downhill. Okay? It's gotten worse. And it's gonna continue to get worse, because that wasn't even Jacob's trouble yet. But Jacob's trouble is coming though. Let me finish this video.
Quarantine from January 8th, authorities said this week. The global financial hub of Hong Kong also said on Wednesday it would scrap most of its last remaining COVID restrictions. The speed at which China, the last major country in the world...
Again, that's not smart, but it's good for us though, of being a hopeful elect, man. So this thing will go widespread, man. So the Lord will bring, that is more prophecy, okay, to the end. Because we see the rumors of wars, we see the pestilence,
Moving towards treating the virus as endemic, the scrapped COVID rules has left its fragile health system overwhelmed. China reported 3 new COVID-related deaths for Tuesday, up from 1 for Monday. These numbers are inconsistent with what funeral parlours are reporting, as well as with the experience of much less populous countries after they reopened.
Okay. So this devil is always, scriptures say that he was more subtle, okay, than any beast in the field. This man is a serpent. He's a cunning person. So they'll do one thing, play both sides, and make it look like, oh well, that's helpful, but it's not helpful. If you they want this thing to be mandatory, man. I'm gonna put this in the next video. They want this thing to really be mandatory. So why would you have? They gonna let you, be around more people to let you get more contagious to it, okay? Just so you have to take it, That's how this devil moves, man. Operates.
U.S. health
He's a devil, man.
officials on Wednesday announced new mandatory COVID-19 tests on travelers arriving from China. The measure follows similar requirements imposed by India, Italy, Japan, and Taiwan, after Beijing lifted its stringent zero-COVID policies, and as cases of the illness spike across China. Officials said that beginning January 5th, all air passengers 2 years old and older will require a negative result from a test no more than 2 days before departure from China, Hong Kong, or Macau. Federal officials added that passengers who test positive more than 10 days before a flight can provide documentation of.
Now, as you hear in this video, you know, you gotta basically be, you have to be negative to get on the plane, man. You gotta test negative, okay? You gotta test negative, okay? So that's another easy way for them to offer you that, Vanessa.
Recovery in lieu of the negative test result. In an abrupt change of policy, China this month began dismantling the world's strictest COVID regime, including lockdowns and extensive testing, a relaxing of rules that put its battered economy on course for a complete reopening next year. The lifting of restrictions, which followed widespread anti-lockdown protests, means COVID is now spreading largely unchecked and likely infecting millions of people a day, according to some international health experts. China has struggled to vaccinate its elderly population and has yet to authorize foreign mRNA vaccines. The country currently has 9 domestically developed COVID-19 vaccines approved for use, but none have been updated to target the highly infectious Omicron variant.
Okay, so yeah, man. This devil, man, he's trying to make this thing mandatory, man. And hey, man, it's prophecy, man. Cause through the spirit, man, we know that that's not the mark. Okay, it's not the mark, but it's definitely this devil. He likes to do gradualism. Okay, so if he gets you into that to the use of basically making you feel comfortable, to listen to whatever he say. The scripture say that he's gonna deceive them, to take it. You start to feel comfortable, man, and you start to listen. He's kind of doing it now, okay? Think about it. Well, I'm not even, never mind. It's the fact that, okay, boom, he keep, it's like the fact that they keep, it's like the trials of these Vanessas. He just can't give you one Vanessa, okay? So boom, when he comes with that, it's gonna be, you're gonna be almost numb to all these damn things that's going inside of your body, at that point. It's gonna be like, oh, it's just another thing that cuts in my flesh, It's just another one. But no, you have to be spiritual minded. That's why you have to come back to Yahweh, like Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shah. If not, you're gonna take that Karagma, man. Cause you're gonna be deceived. And you're not even gonna be protected. If you do know it's wrong, okay? I wanted to get, because now that's over there in China, of course, but we know that this devil is, the UN, all that, the UN and all that, he's in control, bro. The earth is in his hands, bro. For the most part. This is Esau's kingdom, okay? It says, rejoice, O ye Edom. The Lord is going to come to visit his iniquity. I'm going to get Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. Okay. Oh yeah, and then it's this devil. He got the face on the money, and he controls, who owns the banking systems, man. Anyways, Salah. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Okay, so he knowing that he has a short time, man. Just he doesn't have that hold on it, our people anymore like he used to. Okay, so he has to just come down to the point to where he comes up with a master plan, you know, and he's just gonna have to come down having great wrath, you know. Like, hey, basically, hey, you you know, all type, man, look, we don't know how it's gonna go, you know, exactly. But we know that the Lord is gonna send this man to do, do damage, man. Okay? Because he knows he has a short time. He can't deceive our people like he used to anymore. He can't he can't deceive our people like that anymore, okay? He sees the elect waking up, man. The hopeful elect waking up, you know. This gospel is going out into the whole world, okay? Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10, okay? Never trust our enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So never trust our enemy. Whatever he tries to come at you with, you know, or tries to tell you, man, no, the scriptures tell you that he's going to try to deceive you to take it, man. You know, this little Vanessa, man, don't do, you know, we know through the spirit, there's things, you know, we still got to go get our daily bread right now. But when all bets are off and when they try to make you sin and go against the ways of Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shah, we know, of course, never trust your enemy, man. Okay? We know that, you know, these things are coming. Not wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. You know, we know that these things are coming down the line, man. Okay? Great mass deception, you know. I want to get a man shot going to, because that was something that was in the video too. Is that basically they were saying that you know, you gotta test negative, you know, on this as some people call it, the pandemic. You gotta test negative to go into to leave China, basically, man. Second Esdras 15 and 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay? And that's what's gonna happen more and more and continually, especially in these last days, man. You know, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, you know. Because, you know, this devil, man, he's getting hot, man. You know, it's the thing. This devil, and that's that precept going back into Revelations this devil is going to come down and you having great wrath. Revelations 12 and 12. I must read it again. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down into you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. So you people that are in the earth, you have to understand, man. And you people, you know, all you people out here playing games, man, you need to understand that this devil is deadly serious, man. And he wants you to, he's going to come down to you having great wrath, man. Okay? He know if he have a short time, so he know he's about to come down hard, you know. But Jake playing, you know. They worrying about New Year's, you know, and they not worried about the ways of Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shah. This devil is worried about how he gonna make you take that charagma, man. You know, or how he wants you to take it. But we know that, you know, a man's going to the Lord. We know that, you know, that's not gonna be of his ability, you know, if you take it or not. It's the Lord, okay? always want to get this on how he deceives you to take it, man, because don't fall for it, man. Okay, you end up thinking like, oh well, everybody's sick, everybody, and you gonna get to see they end up taking the Vanessa, and that's that gradualism, to where long down the road, whatever he might try to do to deceive you, the scriptures already tell you he's gonna try to deceive you. But you can't never, the scriptures say, as I pulled, never trust thine enemy when he comes at you with this, man. Revelations 13:14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live, okay? So he's going to deceive those on the earth, man. Saying on the beast, man. Making you think that you can live forever. All that type of madness, man. So you got to be ready, man, for these times, man. Because this is just gradualism. This is just it's not the prelude, okay? But it's still, it's bound to happen, man. It's that predictive programming. Okay, so man, I don't want to rock this out, man. Lord's willing, this is edifying. The Lord, man, got this devil in pure strength, man. And the reason I keep saying this devil is because then damn Moabites ain't got no control or nothing. Okay. They ain't got nothing. They all gonna hate the horde and destroy this place. But as of now, no, bro, these devils still own the banks and they still own everything, So, Lord's willing, this is edifying. I want to end this lesson off with calling on our power. Call Halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Rakakadash, Shalom.